Johnny Mac with your daily comedy news on late night. Seth Meyers talked about a new stamp that was announced by Jill Biden. It celebrates former First Lady Nancy Reagan. Seth said the stamp will be very helpful when you need to figure out which birthday card came from your grandparents. Meanwhile, Trump advisors are reportedly split on whether he should announce if he's running for president in 2024 before or after the midterms. Because he doesn't want to steal attention from other candidates, Seth Meyers said, oh yeah, because he'd hate stealing attention. Trump's like a bridesmaid who keeps mentioning in her speech that it's her half birthday. And in New York City, lawmakers passed a law. It's called Stop the Chop. It allows residents to sue companies for excessive helicopter noise, Seth said. So now New York residents will only have to deal with noise from garbage trucks, street sweepers, ambulances, weed whackers, leaf blowers, and people screaming when a rat popped its head out of a bodega. Seth, I lived half a block from the elevated train. You left that one out. Mr. Bookman has passed away. Philip Baker Hall, journeyman character actor. He was Mr. Bookman on Seinfeld. Yes, you remember that character. That's a 1991 episode. Philip Baker Hall was 90 years old. He passed away Sunday night at his home in Glendale. The Hollywood Reporter says, with his hangdog face and world-weary eyes, Hall looked as if he'd seen it all and was using that knowledge to go forward. What a great description. The everyman actor racked up more than 100 television appearances during his 5-decade career. His most recognizable role came in the Seinfeld episode The Library. Mr. Bookman, a dogged detective with a trench coat, relentlessly pursued Jerry Seinfeld in search of a library book, Henry Miller's Tropic of Cancer, that was more than 20 years overdue. Hall's Take No Prisoners delivery lent the perfect sense of absurdity to the situation. Bookman warns Jerry, you better not screw up again, Seinfeld, because if you do, I'll be all over you like a pit bull on a poodle. In 2014, Hall told Rolling Stone, it's been over 20 years since we shot that episode, and I still can't go out in public for very long before someone says, my God, it's Bookman, or are you Bookman? I returned the library book, I swear. It's not just in New York or LA. It's happened to me in a mall in the Midwest or even other countries where they air the show. That guy made an impression. Hall said, it's funny, Lieutenant Bookman was one of the last roles I ever auditioned for because so many doors opened up after I did the show. I remember that Jerry had a hard time keeping a straight face during the reading. Usually when you read for things, no one lets on too much, even if they like you, but people were fighting to control their laughter. So when I called my wife afterward, I told her, there's no such thing as a sure thing, but I'm pretty sure I got this part. Rest in peace, Mr. Bookman. I have some reviews for you. There's all these comedy specials. Netflix is killing me. I mean, I can't keep up. I can only watch 2-3 hours of TV a day, Netflix. Let's start with Adam Sandler's Hustle. Longtime listeners know what I think of Adam Sandler movies, and my review of Hustle, it's pretty good. It's actually the second best Adam Sandler movie of all time. The first, of course, being Uncut Gems. 3 and 4 being the ones with Drew Barrymore. Everything else, complete, utter garbage. But hey, Adam Sandler, more of this, please. This thing you did in Hustle, this thing you did in Uncut Gems. Be that guy now. Stop doing the stupid. I liked the movie a lot. It was entertaining. I said to my wife, what I liked about it is it's just a movie. I think a lot of us are kind of done with everything being Avengers Endgame. Like, I like Avengers Endgame, but you know, sometimes Top Gun is kind of fun. Adam Sandler playing a basketball scout for an hour and a half. Fun. Do you know what's going to happen? Sure. Can you predict all the beats? Sure. But it's fun. It was entertaining. Also playing Who's That Guy every time there's a cameo, and I think there's like 200 of them, and I'm not exaggerating at 200. So really fun movie. I think the first 10 minutes were a little slow. I'm not sure we needed to learn as much about Adam Sandler's family as we did, and I think we could have gotten into the movie a little quicker. Spoiler? Is it a spoiler? Robert Duvall is in this movie. I was like, how did you get Robert Duvall? So Adam Sandler Hustle, good. Watch it. I watched the Bill Burr thing. Let me tell you what it's properly called. I have Google. Do you have this Google? It's pretty cool. Bill Burr Netflix is properly called Friends Who Kill. That's what it's called. Way to do show prep, Johnny Mac. All right, so I watched this thing. Bill Burr as your host. He was very good. His material was great. Michelle Wolf came out. I was all excited to see Michelle Wolf. Not good. Not a good set. Jimmy Carr. Longtime listeners know I love Jimmy Carr. Jimmy couldn't get into his normal rhythm. I just don't feel like he nailed it. I think if that was the only time you've ever seen Jimmy Carr, you're going to be like, why does Johnny Mac talk about this guy? You need to watch an hour-long special so Jimmy can get into a rhythm. Steph Tolev came out, did a very aggressive, is the word I will use, an aggressive set, but a lot of fun. I thought she was great. Jeffrey Ross and Dave Attell came out, bumping mics, swapping insults on each other. Jeff Ross crushed it, absolutely crushed it. And it reminded me when I saw Dave Attell there back in the serious days, some of my junior staff wanted to create a show one time called Smoking with Dave. We wanted to do a show with Dave Attell, but we couldn't get Dave Attell to do it. So the pitch was, we'll go to wherever you're smoking cigarettes and we'll just record you on the street while you smoke a cigarette outside a comedy club. I think Smoking with Dave would have been awesome, but we were never able to convince Dave Attell to do it. But anyway, Jeff Ross really crushed that. Ian Edwards came out. I wrote down material better than the audience. Now, what I mean by that is at home, Comedy Snob Me is like, wow, this is really strong. There's a Harriet Tubman joke that crushed, and the audience did not react the way I did. So Ian Edwards, great set. Joe Bartnick came out. Now, I don't even know who Joe Bartnick is. This must have been some favor for Bill Burr going back to Boston would be my guess. I guess I could look this up, but all the reviews I had seen previously were like, who is Joe Bartnick and why is he on this? And Joe Bartnick started pretty slow, and I was like, oh no. But then he got better, and by the end, I was kind of digging him. Jessica Kirson. Sorry, Jessica, I just wasn't feeling it. I actually felt her set was long. I didn't clock it, but I was like, is this over yet? And it's at this point that the special kind of falls apart. It's pretty strong through Ian Edwards. Then you get Joe Bartnick, and then Jessica's set's not good. Josh Adam Myers comes out and does the goddamn comedy jam. And what I wrote in my notes are, holy cow, surprised they didn't cut it out. It was that flat, that lame, that boring. I actually hit fast forward to get through it. And Ronnie Chang came out and sang a song with the band. And I agree with the previous reviews that I've read on this show. What a waste of Ronnie Chang. So Bill Burr's special, watch it through Ian Edwards, and then you're dismissed, move on. What you need to watch is my new favorite thing ever, David Letterman, That's My Time. These are like, I don't know, 20 minutes long. I didn't clock it. They move really fast. So here's the format. Dave comes out and does a monologue. Dave throws it to a stand-up who does a set, about, I don't know, 7-8 minutes probably. And then the comedian sits down with Dave, and then we're done. I powered through all these. So entertaining. So great to hear David Letterman do stand-up again. As I posted on all my social media at Daily Comedy News and at DCNPod on Twitter, how do we convince Letterman and Netflix to do this every week? This is the perfect format for Dave in the 2020s. In, out, crush, nothing but comedy. Dave actually talks about during one of his monologues that it's weird not having a band because you can hear him doing the rhythm where Paul Schaefer would have done something and it doesn't come. It was actually noticeable, and I'm glad Dave addressed it. Episode 1, Sam Morrill. Now, I'm listening to Sam say his own name, and I never have quite nailed how to say his name. I think he's saying it Sam Morrell. Anyway, Sam, if this gets your way, tell me how do you say your name, man? Sam walks out, and you can tell from the second he hits the stage, he's going to crush it. This guy's got a presence, he's got a pacing, and like one joke in, you're like, this is going to be good. And sure enough, it's good. And as I watched all the episodes, I think Sam had the strongest couch segment of everybody, which is probably why they put him first. And I think he got more time on the couch. It's not a couch, it's chairs. And I think he got more time than anybody else did. So the Sam Morrell episode is really good. The second episode opens with Letterman doing a bit about things never heard in LA. You can almost picture him at the desk reading it off the cards. Very funny. Then Naomi Ekperigin comes out, and I didn't like it. I felt like she was getting by on delivery and energy, but the material just wasn't there. Her interview was much, much shorter than Sam's. I'm not sure why they made that one episode 2. I'd worry about that scaring people off from the series. Episode 3 is Rosebud Baker. Absolutely great. Then a week later, they posted another 3 episodes. Brian Simpson, I wrote down strong set and fun. Then the last 2, Robin Tran. Awesome. What a great set of stand-up comedy and a really, really good interview with Dave. And then Phil Wang, you've heard me talk about him a bunch of times since his Netflix special. I like him a lot. His set is about his Netflix special. I don't want to spoil it, but boy, fantastic. I cannot recommend this enough. That's my time with David Letterman. You should watch it. Towards the end of Bo Burnham's special, this from the Laugh Button, he included a parody of Marvel Studios where he announced his own Inside Studios. That included a send-up of the Marvel release schedule where Bo Burnham announced forthcoming sequels to Inside that includes Inside 2, Inside Genesis, Inside 1968, Sacco, Still Inside, Bezos' Quantum Prophecy, Inside the Multiverse, Girl Sacco, and 40. He's got a website featuring new products, Bo Burnham writes, to our fans, thank you for being part of the Inside Studios family. As a token of our appreciation for your continued support, we here at Inside Studios are allowing you the exclusive opportunity to take part in a once-in-a-lifetime fans first Inside experience. So here's how it works. Below is a selection of what we are calling wearable content. All you need to do is what we are calling buy. This is what we're calling wearable content with what we are calling your money. Now the cool part, once you have buyed this wearable content, stay with us here, your money will become a literal part of the Inside Cinematic Universe, and the more wearable content you buy, the more your money you get to contribute. It's pretty awesome, so do it. Become part of us before it's too late, and as always, stay inside Bo Burnham. Now, is it a joke? Not really, because you can actually buy hats, shirts, mugs, and more. All right, let's stop off at Gossip Corner. Not Pete Davidson, it's Monique again, and this comes from MadameNoir.com. Say it with me, your home for comedy news. Monique's sister, Millicent, took to Facebook to chime in on Monique versus D.L. Hughley. Millicent is angry with her famous sibling for dragging Hughley's family into their contentious feud. Millicent said it was maddening to see Monique embarrass herself and called for the precious star to put an end to the drama. She wrote, "My sister, stop the madness!" 3 exclamation points, so you know she's serious. "It's not a good look. Gotta shut you down before, and believe me, he'll do it again." 3 exclamation points. Let's start by staying on topic. You are, and have been, displacing your anger on the wrong people. Millicent called out her sister, noting how she wasn't present for both of her parents' funerals. Wow. She urged her sister to play nice, and said her criticism was only coming from a place of love, and added, "Sister, stop." Have you tried Fight Camp yet? I told you about Fight Camp last week. This is my new favorite workout. Let me open up the app here and tell you about it. All right, recommended for me, 20-minute pure punching workout, 4 rounds with Coach PJ. Or I could pick a 20-minute full body workout, also with Coach PJ, a 20-minute upper body workout, a 25-minute conditioning workout, 20-minute full body workout, and then not recommended for me, I guess they've seen my body, a 35-minute full body workout, 25-minute combo build-up workout, another pure punching workout, 6 rounds, I'd be exhausted. 45-minute full body workout, 10 rounds with Shaney Smash. You can also level up with Pats here, curated collections of tutorials, drills, and workouts to level up your skill set. Here's one, start boxing. Learn the basics of boxing while building endurance. See, this stuff is fun. Start kickboxing, level up your boxing, kickboxing level 2. It's a whole bunch of workouts you can do here. This is my new cross-training thing while I train for the marathon. But, you know, some days I got to let the legs rest. And it's good to get the boxing in there. This is great. Thousands of classes, new workouts added each week. Use filters to explore different workout styles, lengths, trainers, difficulty levels, and more. You will never get bored. That is true. Quick workouts. I just read the times to you. Yep, you can get one in 20 minutes. And I'm telling you, I'm tired after these. If you have little to no boxing experience, Fight Camp has your back. They've created programs specifically designed to teach you the basics of boxing and kickboxing so you can build a strong foundation. You get real-time data during your workouts. You can track your progress, see how the trainer is beating you in the hypothetical fight. Work toward guided goals, see exactly how you're improving over time. Fight Camp comes with all the gear you need to start boxing from home, including a freestanding punching bag, boxing gloves, quick hand wraps, and smart punch trackers. Doesn't take up a lot of space. Can even get the whole family involved. Everybody gets their own little login there. So like, you know, your son doesn't come down and box and then turn you into Superman. Then you go back and you're like, oh my God, I can't keep up with this. That's what's happened to me with our Apple Music. It'll be like, hey, here's Johnny Mac Station. And I'm like, Apple, you think I'm a lot more versed on current hip hop than I actually am. But that's my son's influence, is because we all share the account. So this is good. You can all log in as yourself. All right, Fight Camp. You got to do it. Support the show, support me, and why don't you get in some shape, buddy? Be sure to use the promo code DCN to support Daily Comedy News, and you'll get free shipping. All right, bounce on over to joinfightcamp.com, promo code DCN, as in Daily Comedy News, promo code DCN at joinfightcamp.com. Thank you in advance. We are pretty long today for a podcast where I thought I didn't have a lot of news. Let's see. I could tell you about Ghostbusters sequels. Yep, a live-action direct sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife. Reportedly, this one will take place in New York City. They're also working on a new animated film. Netflix has greenlit Standout, the documentary, which examines the history of LGBTQ stand-up comedy. Schmigadoon, starring Macpacker Keegan-Michael Key, gets another season on Apple. Yes, Cecily Strong also back, and Martin Short, and Kristen Chenoweth, and Ariana DeBose. Schmigadoon Season 2 coming soon. Netflix teased Day Shift, starring my former coworker Jamie Foxx as a hard-working blue-collar dad who just wants to provide a good life for his quick-witted daughter. He cleans pools. I could use that character. My pool is dirty. Where are you, Jamie Foxx's character? But that's not what the guy really does. It's a front. His real job? He hunts and kills vampires. As part of an international union of vampire hunters, it's called Day Shift. Dave Franco and Snoop Dogg also in this thing. That sounds fun. On your Netflix today, because I have so much time, Netflix. I didn't watch the Amy Schumer. I didn't watch Pete Davidson yet. There was something else last week I didn't watch. Netflix. Tap the brakes. Put these out like every other week, man. We got a whole summer here. Today, Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin, Ladies Night Live. Lily and Jane introduce an all-female lineup of comedians. And it started yesterday, the Don't Tell Comedy Fest. I didn't tell you about it for two reasons. One, they didn't promote it well. I only found out about it. Two, wait till you hear the hook. Don't Tell Comedy is a no 2-drink minimum, truly independent comedy brand serving live pop-up shows. They have 3 rules. Rule number 1, no 2-drink minimums. You got to BYOB. Rule number 2, secret and unique locations revealed to ticket holders the day of the show. And 3, secret lineups. You don't even know who you're going to see. Don't Tell is celebrating its 5-year anniversary. They're in Columbus this week until the 18th. Who's performing tonight? I don't know. But listen, Don't Tell Comedy Festival, that gets rid of my whole bit where I look at a comedy festival schedule and go, we should go see that, go see that. That's wonderful second half of the podcast material. Don't take that away from me, Don't Tell Comedy Festival. You may discover your next favorite comedian or see a familiar face. Not for nothing, I don't think John Mulaney's showing up. You know what I'm saying? You never know who might show up. Not John Mulaney. And that's your comedy news for today. Follow this show for free on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you get your shows. See you tomorrow.